There have been some unique questions asked the last couple of weeks, and I figure I do a video answering some of these questions that the audience has. Hi, I'm Reggie with Reg Edited. Thank you so much for joining my channel. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe and also hit the thumbs up if you like the video and content that I am bringing to you. One of the questions that was asked was, during your fasting hours, do you still dry fast? In past videos I've had about dry fasting, I had been dry fasting probably off and on for about a year and a half. When it comes to dry fasting, you definitely need to be acclimated to fasting in general, but drinking fluids. So with dry fasting, you're not having any fluids at all during the fast itself. And so I was doing like a daily dry fast, and then I would replenish my water. I would replenish myself in my eating window, which was 2 hours of eating time. So I did that for weeks at a time, and sometimes good, sometimes bad. Really, dry fasting is temporary, and you certainly have to look at it that way, because dry fasting can really hurt your health if you're not looking at it in the right way. Dry fasting is for basically attacking a serious ailment that you are working with, something that's going on in your body that you want to definitely address. And the weight loss, it does speed up a lot faster when you dry fast. But you definitely want to check in with a holistic doctor and someone that is pretty much an expert at it to make sure that you are doing the right things. Another viewer asked, how does your partner feel? And does it affect your social life? That I thought was a very interesting question. So my partner, Dave, we've been together for multiple years, and he knew what I was doing. So I'm that type of person that goes to extreme. When I focus on one thing that I want to do, I'm going to hit it 100%, and I'm going all the way. So I did talk to him about it, that I was going to be fasting, and even watched videos with him and showed him what I was trying to do. And he's totally very supportive of what I want to do, period, to take care of my health. He does fast a little bit himself, so he will do like 2 meals a day and eat in maybe a 6-hour eating window. He's not consistent with it, but he does do it. Our social life is not hindered. Now, I have a boring life anyway, but when we go out on our date nights, we only have pretty much one day a week. We would do a date, and then maybe on a Saturday, we might just go and have a lunch. It all depends. That's pretty much been our social life, is going out maybe to a happy hour on Friday and maybe hanging out with some friends, and that's pretty much it. Most of the time, I'm caregiving for my mom. I'm also, working full time, and those times that I do have a break, I just want to either take a nap or just to relax by myself, because I do like spending time alone. Nevertheless, it doesn't affect our social life. Another viewer asked is, do you exercise on the days you do an extended fast? Sure, I do. Now, when you first started out in fasting, I don't recommend doing a lot of exercising when you're doing an extended fast. I've only done a few days at a time that I consider extended fast. Anything over 24 hours is extended for me. But when I do like a 72, maybe to 96 hour type of fast, then I pretty much lay low on the exercise. I do continue to walk, but not doing a lot of intervals and running and doing anything aggressive. I don't like doing anything high impact, just because I think it can, make you lightheaded. You might pass out. There's a lot of things that can go into this. So if you're not acclimated to fasting on a regular basis, I would not suggest exercising in, high impact for extended fast. If you're just going to walk, that's great, and do a short walk, and that's it. The rest should be resting. You really need to rest and keep your stress levels low when doing an extended fast. Another question that was asked is, do I have a favorite green tea that I like? And of course, green tea is what I incorporated into fasting on a daily basis. But I also do other teas, and I love chamomile tea. I love a lemon ginger type tea. And then even when I do a flu bomb drink that I create myself is putting ginger in, garlic in, honey, lemon, and cayenne pepper. That's a tea as well. But that's for attacking anything that's like the flu-like symptoms, or even for my sinus issues. It really does help me when I drink that way. Now, I do have a tea that I do like, and I'll share that with you guys. I don't know the name or if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I want to say it's Twinings green tea. I don't know if you can see that there, but Twinings green tea is a nice mellow floral taste to it. So, it's a jasmine green tea. I also like this Yogi lemon, if you can see it as well, lemon ginger tea. And this has become kind of my favorite lately. And it's not even any of those on the green tea side, but it's a chamomile, vanilla, and manuka honey tea. So that's what I kind of been on that kick lately with this one. And I think it's all great. So, any kind of teas are great. Green tea is very much the tea to help you with weight loss just because it's caffeine in it. So lately I have been doing away with caffeine. So I'm doing these teas like the chamomile and the lemon ginger. These are no caffeine in it. So I think that's just great for you to take a break from caffeine sometimes. But if you're serious about, you're really aggressive about a weight loss situation, then yes, green tea is what you should be drinking. Question: when you started this diet, did you fast until dinner? And then what time did you normally eat? Yes, when I started the fasting lifestyle, I fasted until dinner. And that's kind of what I do anyway. So I eat anywhere between 4:30 and 6:30, say, give or take, 30 minutes or so. It just all depends when I'm finished with work. And that's when I eat my meal. It can be different for anyone. So I find that the earlier that I eat in the day, I will tend to eat again in the evening because I don't feel satiated and I feel like, oh God, I still have so much time to go in the day. And so I start thinking about food. So it's just best for me just to wait till dinner time. And some people do well with doing breakfast or doing lunch, or maybe just a late lunch, maybe 2-3 o'clock. That's a great way because you're burning more fat, later in the day before you go to bed. So you kind of want to give yourself a couple of hours before you actually go to bed after you've been eating, it's good. I don't think it's a bad thing. Question: what do you eat during your 2-hour eating window? Again, so simple my diet is. Very boring, but it does the trick. I eat a tuna salad and I put a lot of vegetables in it. So I do my onions, my tomatoes, also spinach and cilantro. Love, love, love cilantro. And then I do add in cheese and the mayonnaise to the tuna. And that's kind of my go-to meal. Other things that I eat is like any type of protein meat, like red meat, turkey, very little chicken, because something about the chicken. You guys know about me that I'm weary of the chicken with the hormones in it. But I'll eat some type of protein and vegetables. And then I'll cook it with oil. Olive oil is great, or coconut oil, because you want to get fat, because eating fat is getting rid of fat itself in the body. And especially at my age, I need more fat in the diet. So that's kind of it. It's vegetables and protein and fat. And if you think of it that way, you can't go wrong. I'm on a low carb diet. And so I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this question says, on the OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, do you work out? Also, if you do splurge, does the weight come on and stay on? Yeah, that question is no brainer. It's a two-parter, but the OMAD, I do work out, yes, every day. I like, again, I mentioned it in the past that I do walk every day about an hour, hour and a half. Try to do about 5 mile walk. I mean, obviously there's days that I can't get outside. So, and I don't like going to the gym as much lately. So I've been on this kick where I don't want to get on the treadmill because I just feel like I'm just walking to go nowhere. And I just feel like it's not motivating to be inside, the walls, the four walls of a gym. It's just my thing. So I do weights at home. I do light weights, maybe anywhere from 3 to 5 pounder weights. I also have dumbbells for 8 pounds when I want to get really serious about it. But because I'm just about toning and a little bit of cut, I do light weights. So that's kind of my thing. And I do that off of YouTube videos that help motivate me to keep me going. So I just look at anywhere of weight resistant type of workouts. And this question says, you lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks through OMAD or the snake juice diet or some combo of the two. It's some combo of the two. I definitely did that. In the first 2 weeks that I started fasting, I was doing the snake diet, which I put in the potassium powder and the Himalayan salt, and I also had some baking soda in it. I was initially doing at the beginning that I put into my water and drink that throughout the day. And so I was fasting every day, but I was probably 22 hours, and then I would eat, which we call the refeed for the snake diet. And I would eat daily that one meal. Those first 2 weeks, I did a couple of 48-hour fasts, and that's kind of where it went. So the 48-hour fast really helped kicked off getting rid of the weight in a fast pace in that, the 15 pounds that I lost initially. And I have a quick bonus question also is, can you please do a video about your beautiful hair? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have been asked questions about doing my hair regimen, but I'm not so good about tutorials and videos, but I will try and do that if that'll help. So my hair, again, I'm a minimalist when it comes down to products that I use, and I try to keep it simple and reasonable with cost. And so I just use the Cantu leave-in conditioner in the daily. I twist 8 braids after I have washed it with the Cantu leave-in conditioner, and I use the Hot 6 oil to mix it in and make sure I cover my hair fully. And so I blow dry it after that. Not necessarily blow dry, but I sit under a dryer for like 30-40 minutes when I really want to lock in the moisture from the oils. But when I'm in a rush, sometimes I need to pull my hair and do some hair drying, from the roots, so I can stretch it. And basically that's kind of it. That's kind of my regimen. I'll certainly think about that on doing a video for you guys if you're interested. So the questions for you guys is, do you have any questions that are pertaining to fasting or being over 50? If you have any of those questions, like fasting, health in general, or about being over 50, I love to answer more of these questions in a video for you. So thank you for watching, and don't forget, caregiving begins with you. Bye.